Hi ladies, are you in the mood for a Monday make and take? Because I was in the mood to make one. So this will be a especially good one for some of you who, it might be good for those of you who are in Paper Pumpkin, because I'm using my Paper Pumpkin kit for this make and take. And this is the card I'm making, or one of them. So I'm going to go through this really quick. It's just a quickie, but this kit came with two different kinds of card bases. This is one, and then the other one is this. It looks like, here they are. It looks like wood. I really like it. I want some more card bases like this. I may have to order another kit just to get some, because I really like both of these card bases a lot. Anyway, so I used one of each, and off the end of each I cut about an inch and an eighth. And that can't talk. That inch and an eighth is what I put on the other one. And so I took an inch and an eighth off of here and I put it on there. Then I got this paper out of my stash, just looked around and found some that would go, and cut. This is about 2 inches wide that I cut to go in the middle, and so I have a place in here for my greeting. So this is the other one, and so this is the 2-inch piece that I took off of there. And as you can see, I did a bunch of blending on everything on here. There isn't anything I didn't blend. What did I do with my, here it is. And I feel like this one could use a little bit more, so I'm going to do a little more on camera here. I looked at it and I was like, I think you should have put a little bit more blending on that piece. So we'll just go ahead and add it here. And then I blended these as well. I blended around the edge and then I closed it so that I could get in there and make sure that all of the edges were blended. So that's what I ended up with. And here's my piece that's going to go on the inside. So I want to look and see where the inside falls, because I took a little bit off. This one's doing fine. I didn't like, but this one fell like right in the middle of a row, and I wanted it to be even, so I cut a little off of it. So it's a little less than 2 inches, and that's okay. As long as it covers up this space, the white space, it's fine. And now Cheapo Tana is using up some adhesive on a broken roll. I can't just throw it away, you guys. I'm too cheap to throw away a whole roll of tape runner because it's broken. So, put some on there. So I'm just using it like this until it's gone, which is fine until I have to get rid of it, because then it sticks to me and doesn't want me to throw it away. See, I can't get it. I can't get it off my finger. There. Okay. So now I've got my piece here. I should look to see which way it would look the best. Probably pretty much the same either way. Let's look and see. I think it's better. I think it's better this way. So I'm just going to line this up right along the edge and put that in there. I'm going to turn this over now so that I don't keep sticking to it. And that piece is a little wee bit longer, so I'm going to cut off of that edge. And then make sure, yeah, I still got plenty. Uh-oh. It was a wee bit longer because I didn't get it all the way to the top. Way to go, Tana. Now I'm probably going to have to cut the whole thing a little bit shorter. I didn't notice that I didn't get it all the way to the top. Let's see. Yeah, I can't look at that. So my card is going to be a tiny fraction of an inch smaller than 5 by 5. I can live with that, but I can't live with that white hanging out down at the bottom. Can't do it. Okay, let's see. So there's our card base, like this. Now this left a funny place down here, so try to cut some of this off. So we need to ink it. Let's get a little more right there too. On all of these, I really like how it looks inked. Let me get this little bit of glue off the bottom here. And I want to soften that up. All right, then I took, on this one was a piece that came that way in the kit. It's this piece right here, which was provided for us in the kit. I decided I wanted them to say something different because these are going to be birthday cards for my two grandsons who are very heavily into baseball. And so for this one, I took the stamp set that comes with the kit, which is right here, and I stamped off the "You Are the Greatest" here so you can see it. This is the stamp set that comes with the kit. So here's the "You Are the Greatest." I just covered up the "For All Time" on the bottom. And then these bats come as die cuts in the kit. I get my fingers on one here. So there's one of the bats, and the baseballs come in the kit. They weren't inked like that. I inked the baseballs. And so my grandbabies are worth it, so I only got 3 baseballs, and I'm using up 2 of them for their cards, and 6 bats. But I should add that to this video. That'll be an extra part to the make and take. That would be a good idea. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a minute. Anyway, so I put them around in a way that I liked how they looked, how they were laying, and I glued them together like that. And then that goes, I gotta put my stripe on, which I've lost. Is this it? Yeah, there's my stripe. All right, so let's put this on right about here. And now that's going to hang off just a tiny bit because I cut this stuff down just a bit because of my blunder. Okay, so that's that part of the kit. And before I put this on, I'm going to show you how I did and cut this off. Give me a moment while I get this off my hand. Okay. So I'm going to go over how I did this happy birthday. I have this die right here, and I decided to use this die for my greeting at the bottom. So I cut one out in red and in blue. The blue looks fine, but I thought it needed just a little bit. And so on the red one, I cut off the birthday carefully so that I would have at first, that was my intention when I first did it. I was going to just offset them a little bit so that the red would be like a shadow, but I didn't like it. And so I thought, okay, I'm just going to cut the letters out and do it this other way. there's my H. And here's an A. A. P. And a Y. All right, so then what I did is I took this, the blue one, and I put glue, it didn't come out. I put glue on the bottom part. Let's get this over here so I don't get glue to stick on. And here's my glue. So I did the whole word birthday, glued it, and then I did just a little bit of the bottom of the word happy, but left the top unglued. Okay, so then we've got to get the word birthday on down here, and I did it about that low. And I want it right there. Okay, it doesn't look very straight to me. I need to fix it. Here, I think that's better. Then one at a time, I took these letters and kind of tucked them behind a little bit. Behind and under. And this gave it a little bit more color, so it just wasn't so, it just looked a little drab to me with just the blue. So this is going to go right in here. There's my P. I'm going to use this P there. I'm going to put that one right there. And then I have one more. Put right there. These are a little bit different. I'll tell you why in a second. Just a touch. Because when I did this one, see that line that's holding the A and the P together? I kind of left it there. And so that A and P are farther apart than this one. Other than that, it's the same thing. I did exactly the same thing. And then I kind of lifted these up. To get them glued down. Okay, happy birthday. Just like that. Now, let me close this up before I stick my elbow in it or something. The reason I decided to do the Monday Make and Take is this, because now we're going to attach this on the front, and I decided that I wanted to make, where's my other one? Oh, no, I already put that on the back. Okay, I wanted to make magnet cards. So I'll show you now on this one. In fact, I'm going to get some rub-on letters and put the boys' names on the baseball. I just haven't done that. But this is a magnet. So it sticks to the card in its place, and then they're going to take it off and be able to use it as a magnet on their refrigerator. If you really, really wanted to go crazy about it, you could laminate it. But I wouldn't have liked that shiny look on these cards. And so they're each going to have a magnet with their name on the front. Their birthdays are only a month apart, and so to do the magnets, I order from a company called Foundations Decor, I think, and it's wood things. And I've done a class in these shadow boxes that they did, and now I am working on a calendar. And they've now come out with tiered tables, tiered trays to go on your tables, and I'm going to do some of those too. So I work with them a lot. It's wood, these pieces that they come up with, and you can paint them, or I've painted a couple of pieces in mine at times, but mainly I cover them with paper. And I've had a lot of fun with them. But these are the magnets that they sell that are they're already adhesive on the back. It has a 3M stick, so it's a nice strong magnet. I used to have some magnet tape that was kind of like this, and it had adhesive on the back, and it was very strong. But I've either lost it or used it up. But then I remembered I had these, and so on this one, I wanted to have a strong enough magnet to where it won't have any trouble sticking to the fridge. And so I put one of those on the back. But on the other part, I was like, I only need it to just stick to the card. I don't need it to be crazy. And so that I don't waste my other magnets, I'm just using a strip. These are I order vent covers. They're magnetic covers to go over your vents on the floor. In the summer or whenever you need to cover it up that you don't want air going through there. And I order those, and then that's what I use to put inside my cases, or the way I store my die cuts. So I thought that might be laying right here, and here it is. See, here's one of my packages with my birthday stuff in it, and so I've got. This is the magnets that are inside my packages, and I have these strips left over that end up not being used. And so what I did was I put a strip down over that, and then I took my scissors and you can see my scoop right there. I kind of scooped like this, and I made that part longer so that it'll catch not only just in one place, but in any place along there. And so there, I've got that on the back, and then I took my tape. Here, I'll put this on here so you can see what I'm doing. I took my two-way tape and put this on the back. The white side is the back, and the dark side is the magnet side. And so I covered the whole back so it'll stay on the card and not flip-flop around. Okay, so now this has the adhesive, and it has the adhesive exposed on the back. So now I'm going to hook it to the magnet that is on my magnet piece, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to get this on here in the place I want it, which is right there, and press down, And now my magnet is attached to my card. I think I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit or remember to hold, because I can't show you things clear back here. Got to show them right here. So it's attached to my card. It'll have this one, I will be Levi. I'll have Levi's name on here. And then, of course, I'll write a message from Grandma inside. And then these will be little refrigerator magnets for the both of them. So I thought that was a really cool idea. And I had it on my list that I was going to do a Monday Make and Take on magnet cards. And then I thought of this and I thought, perfect time. Their birthdays are coming up. And so now I have a birthday card for each one of them. They're very similar. You got to do things even with these boys. You can't, you have to get the same thing or they'll flip out. And so I made them very similar, and then I'll put their names on the balls and they'll have magnets. But then, in talking about that, hang on, let me run get something and I'll be right back. Okay, I wasn't sure whether these balls were, neither of the ones I brought in here. These balls are 2 inches, so I overestimated. Be right back again. So the balls they gave us on the kit, of which we have only 3, are 2-inch circles. So I'm going to take, this is a little hint if you happen to be one of my sisters or any paper pumpkin. I've already cut up, here it is. No, this is an envelope. I've been using one of these to put stripes on other cards, cutting stripes off like that. And so I have the white piece left over. It should be right here. Here it is. So I have the white piece left over, nice good cardstock that I cut the blue off of here. So I'm going to use that white, and I will cut a 2-inch circle. And then I'm going to cut another one. My 2-inch circle needs to be sharpened. This one's better. Okay, so then what you can do is take your circle and lay it across here. I should have got a red pen while I was up. Ah, you guys, sorry. I didn't think of doing this until I started talking. Let me go get my pens. Guys, I don't know how I do. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look here. Yes, there they were. I moved my pins. I went to where they used to be. With all this reorganizing, I've moved some things, and then I go to where it used to be, and they're not there, and I'm like, where are they? So let's see. Here's which color will be the best. What's this one? This one is rose, not that. So I've got real red and cherry cobbler here. I think it's probably cherry cobbler. Let's see. Doesn't have to look exactly the same, but if you happen to want it to look as close as possible. Let's look at real red. red's running out of ink, so it's going to be cherry cobbler. There you go. So you're going to take the other circle and go part way in and trace a line like that. I could have gone a little less far in. And then go to the opposite side and trace another line like that. And then you're just going to make little V marks. Can you hear that in the background? There is a washer and dryer outside my back door, and they're having trouble with it, and it is making an enormous racket. I'm not doing a very good job of this. I'm not being as even between the stitches, but this is just to show you, so this won't be one that I'll think is good enough to actually use. Of course, you know, nobody looks at it, so they do go opposite directions on their ball, so I did not go opposite directions, did I? Oh well. Even if you're not a paper pumpkin person, you can keep this in mind if you ever need a baseball, say on a scrapbook layout. And then you can take your, I'm using chocolate chip ink, which is your retired ink. Another good one would be soft suede, that is current. If you want to ink, soft suede works really well too. You can't get chocolate chip anymore. I just happen to have an old one and some refills, so I'm going to use it. And then you have another baseball. If you run out of baseballs in your kit, it won't have, if you look real close, this one has some like black speckledy markings in there. It won't have that, but it's pretty darn close to being a good match if you want more baseballs to add to your kit. So that's it. That's my little Make and Take Monday. That shows you how you can easily make some baseballs, and it shows you can make a magnet card. This is a great way. So if you're making a card for a friend, this could be a cute flower. You can do anything with this part that's going to be the magnet. But these happen to be for my boys, and so there's birthday 1 and birthday 2 already ready. All I have to do is put their names on it. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.